Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, it is already an established fact that Nigeria is a criminal enterprise, but the most criminal of all of the enterprises, the most criminal of all of the lead mafias that have run that country is this present administration that we have in place at the moment. It is quite ironical that an administration that came in under the mantra of an anti-corruption crusade is now on this orgy of mass looting. Guys, I bring you this. Monguno, billions approved for weapon under Buhari missing. So now the two things that a lot of people used to sell Buhari to Nigerians, even though I keep saying that he did not win that 2015 election, Goodluck Jonathan just gave him the victory because of course he knew that they were spoiling for a war if he declared himself winner. But that is a separate story. But the two mantras really that they trumpeted Buhari to bring him into power was anti-corruption and war against insurgency. So those two elements now are mixed in this narrative that we are about to embark on. So we're talking about corruption now and we're talking about insurgency, the two things that this guy came to fight, but alas, he is the one that is actually festering it. As again, Monguno, billions approved for weapon under Buhari missing. So now let's now see now what is going on here. The National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Monguno, on Friday disclosed that billions of naira approved by President Muhammadu Buhari for purchase of weapons cannot be accounted for. According to Monguno, the new service chiefs assumed office and could not access weapons their predecessors ought to have purchased. The former service chiefs are ex-Chief of Defense Staff Abayomi Olonisaki, former Chief of Army Staff Tuka Buratai, former Chief of Naval Staff Ibok Ete Ekwe Abbas, or Ibas rather, Ibok Etet Ekwe Ibas, and former Chief of Air Staff Sadiq Abubakar. Recall that President Buhari appointed them as ambassadors after appointing new service chiefs. Monguno, in an interview with BBC Hausa Service, said the failure of security personnel to get adequate weapons is a setback to the fight against insecurity. It is not that we are not working to end the security challenge in the country. The president has done his own part and allocated huge amounts of money to purchase weapons, but they are yet to be here. We don't know where they are. I am not saying that the past service chiefs have diverted the money, but presently we don't know where the money is. On whether investigation has commenced on the issue, the NSA said, "I am sure the president will investigate this. As I am talking to you now, the Nigerian Governors Forum has started questioning where the money is. So I assure you that the president is not playing with anything that has to do with the people. I can't say the money was stolen, but we didn't see anything, and even the new service chiefs say they didn't see the weapons. It is possible the weapons are on their way coming, maybe from America, England, or other places, but as at now, I didn't see anything, and the service chiefs too didn't see any weapons too." He said President Buhari directed the new service chiefs to end insurgency within a short period of time, adding that the president is committed to ending insecurity. On whether the federal government will dialogue with bandits, the retired Major General said, "You can only dialogue with people that stick to promise and will not deceive people and the government. Those people are not in good position to dialogue with them because they are not worth it. People are insisting we must dialogue while they are not good people that you dialogue with. They only want to continue killing people and government will not tolerate it." He added that government has to show them that it is strong enough to fight them. So this is now the two stanzas to the story really, but the main point is really, where is the money is the question. Where is the money is the question. And we all know really where the money is, because throughout the tenure of all of these service chiefs, a lot of exposés were coming out that a lot of these people were buying all these estates in Dubai, and they will tell you that he took a loan to buy the estate in Dubai and whatnot. And you are saying this guy is a salaried man and is buying properties for his wives in Dubai and girlfriends, and a lot of our exposés are coming out, and you're telling us that it is his savings and it is borrowings. So this is the question now. They take, and we're talking vast amounts of money, by the way. We're not talking your odd $2-3 million or $10 million. We're talking hundreds and billions of dollars that these people were just collecting year in, year out. If you look at the sort of budgeting that the security services get within the Nigerian space, and you look at the security structure within Nigeria, there's a dichotomy. These people get in the tens of billions year in, year out, and you look at the soldiers, they tell you that they are outgunned by a band of rebel, not even rebel, just bandits really. They're not even, because a rebel, you think a rebel has a cause. A bandit is just a thief. So the security forces, the army forces, the navy, etc., the police, they're telling us that thieves are more weaponized than them. And on the other hand, every time they're announcing the budget, you're hearing all these tens and tens of billions of dollars going to the security structures and the security infrastructure, as they say, within the Nigerian space, to the point now that these new service chiefs now have come in to say that all those tens of billions of dollars that were given to these people over the course of the last 5 years or so is not reflecting in the weaponry that they are seeing in the weapon rooms, and they are now asking where the money is. But then these service chiefs now have been gifted ambassadorial positions by Malam Buhari. So you see now where it is now. So by gifting them that ambassadorial position, what effectively Buhari has done is to sign them off as being of good conduct and being an asset. So he can't now investigate them and call them criminals, haven't attached his name rather as a character witness effectively to these people, because of course when they come out of one service and you give them plum jobs to represent the country, then you are effectively giving your approval to their conduct in the times that they were in office. So this is the thing that has happened, and this now new thing that is coming out of the National Security Advisor's Office, and that is a political move, by the way. It's not as though he has clean hands, but this thing that is coming out of his office is not anything that will come as a surprise to Malam Buhari, because Malam Buhari would have been hearing the reports that the soldiers, the military structure, they are under weaponized, and he knows that he's approving countless of billions towards security. So he already knows that dichotomy exists. So if he knows that dichotomy exists between the reports of the weapons in the hands of the military personnel, the security personnel, and the amount of money that is dedicating towards security, then he should have been asking questions that where is the money? Because this is not something that has suddenly emerged. This is something that we have been talking about pretty much since the inception of this particular administration. Year one, they will dedicate $10 billion to security, and the $10 billion will be signed out from the CBN, but there will be no weapons on the field, and you will see soldiers putting up videos on Instagram, etc., to say that they are at the war front with no weapons. So that was year one. Year two, the same thing repeats. Year three, the same thing repeats. So a lot of these monies, you query where they go, but then you hear all these reports of all this heavy spending, personal spending by all these security chiefs, especially in places like Dubai. So this is really, there's no real mystery as to where the money went. This national security advisor is saying that I'm not suggesting that they diverted the money for their personal use, but we all know, of course, that they diverted the money to their personal pockets. So now the real crime against humanity that is going on here is that these monies that they are diverting into their personal use is reflecting now on the Benin or a road where the security structures have abandoned it because they don't have the equipment to secure it, and the bandits have taken over slaughtering people. It is the same thing in the northeast, the southwest, the southeast. The entirety of the country is subsumed by insecurity, just off the back that the security structures of the country, the security architecture of the country cannot protect the landmass of the country. And the reason why the security structure and architecture of the country cannot protect rather the landmass of the country is because they do not have the equipment to protect the landmass of the country. So why don't they have the weapons to protect the landmass of the country? It is not because the country is not dedicating enough funds towards security. It certainly is. Nigeria spent a lot on security, but in between approving of the budgeting for that security spending and then releasing the funds to the relevant bodies, these relevant security structures and outfits. So in between that and then getting the weapons then or the equipment and the trainings to secure the country, this is where the magic happens. This is where that money is disappeared to the point that Nigeria now finds itself in the state that it finds itself. But then, of course, the people that were being gifted this money, they were being given this money rather, or entrusted with this money to make good use of it for the national benefit, for the benefit of the nation. The people that were being given this money now that has been disappeared, these people have now been gifted ambassadorial positions. So effectively, with that ambassadorial position is effectively then that ticket to walk away with the money that is stolen, because there's no heavens will fall before Buhari investigates these people and then puts them in handcuffs or anything like that. That would never happen, because that would call into question his own judgment for approving them for ambassadorial positions when there was a lot of allegations of corruption trailing them all the way through. So now this is now the situation now. So they are effectively signing off monies to themselves is what is going on within the Nigerian space. We've always known this, but people within their own inner caucus now are starting to now alarm out. It's not because this Monguno has any nationalistic or patriotic fervor that is suddenly taking over his being to the point that is now for the people of Nigeria. No, he is playing his own politics within their power play, but then it is that power play ultimately that will subsume them, because that scramble for that the rest of the dollars that they can loot within this administration is ultimately going to eat them up. Come share thought about all this with me in the comment section. The Nigerian National Security Advisor has come out to effectively tell us that the service chiefs for the last 5 years have effectively looted all the budget for the military structures and the security structures of Nigeria. This is effectively what is said. But on the counterbalance, on the other hand, these now same security chiefs have been approved by the president of the country, the so-called President Malam Buhari, by assigning them plum ambassadorial positions, despite the fact that they have all these allegations of corruption hanging over their heads. So this is Nigeria, and everybody now criminal. What says you? Come share thoughts. But before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, the National Security Advisor has come out in the public space to alarm, not because of any real concerns for Nigerians, but really for its own personal politics. But nevertheless, here we are. What says you? So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.